You
are a fraud. Get off this yacht now!
I own this yacht.
Security, escort this intruder off my yacht before he causes any trouble. Sofia Martinez's voice sliced through the elegant chatter on the deck like a knife through silk. Without hesitation, she snatched up Leonard Hayes's glass of sparkling water and poured it straight over his head. Ice clattered against his tailored gray suit jacket, soaking through to his skin. Oops, she sneered, her lips curling in mock surprise. Maybe that'll wash away whatever scheme you're plotting. Leonard staggered back a step, water dripping from his neatly trimmed graying hair onto the polished teak floor. Around them, 200 guests in designer gowns and tuxedos paused their conversations, turning to gawk. A few whipped out their smartphones, eager to capture the drama. Sofia planted her hands on her hips, her sequined evening dress shimmering under the string lights. The service door is that way, pal. Maybe try the galley, they could use an extra hand scrubbing pots. Leonard steadied himself, his dark eyes calm and steady despite the humiliation. Water trickled down his face, but he didn't wipe it away immediately. Have you ever been publicly shamed in a place where everyone assumed you were the villain, only to reveal you own the entire venue? It was 7:45 p.m. on a balmy evening in Miami's Biscayne Bay, with the city's glittering skyline twinkling like diamonds across the water. The digital clock above the yacht's grand entrance ticked down, guest arrivals ending in 15 minutes. Sofia adjusted her sparkling necklace, her poise returning as the guests murmured and resumed their mingling. Champagne flutes clinked against the backdrop of soft jazz drifting from hidden speakers. Leonard stood there, still as a statue, finally pulling a linen handkerchief from his pocket to dab at his face. The motion revealed a flash of Golda Rolex Submariner before it vanished back under his cuff. "Ma'am," he said in a voice polished by years of boardroom negotiations and elite education, "I think there's been a mix-up. If I could just explain, save your breath." Sofia cut him off with a laugh that echoed like breaking glass. "I've been running these high-end events for 8 years. I can spot a gatecrasher from across the harbor." She turned to the nearby cluster of guests, raising her voice like a seasoned MC. "They get sneakier every season, don't they? Probably read some online forum about blending in with the crowd." Uneasy chuckles rippled through the group. A couple more phones emerged, recording what they believed was a necessary security measure. Sofia fished her phone from her clutch and tapped the screen rapidly. "Ryan, we've got an issue on the main deck. Some guy's trying to sneak into the Harrington Foundation gala." "No, he doesn't have a ticket, obviously." 20 feet away, lifestyle influencer Olivia Harper had been snapping photos of the evening's opulent setups for her social media feed. The commotion drew her like a moth to flame. She angled her phone discreetly and started a live broadcast. "Evening, everyone," she murmured into the camera. "Olivia here from the hottest yacht party in Miami this season, and we've got some real-time excitement unfolding." Her viewer count spiked, 150, 300, 500, 800 in seconds. Sofia's voice grew bolder, fueled by the attention. "Listen, I don't know how you slipped past the dock guards, but this event is for top executives and philanthropists. Folks with more wealth than you'll ever dream of." She waved dismissively at his understated attire. "You stick out like a sore thumb here." Leonard remained unflinching. "I appreciate your vigilance on security, but if you'd let me show you, what don't you get about, no?" Sofia stepped into his space, her perfume cloying. "People like you ought to know your limits. Did you row here in a dinghy? Because no way you could cover the mooring fees." The implication hung heavy in the humid air, laced with prejudice that made several guests shift uncomfortably. Yet no one stepped in. His was someone else's headache. Olivia's stream comments erupted. "This is outright bigotry. It's 2025, for crying out loud. Somebody step up for this guy. Why is he so composed?" Sofia's phone buzzed. Ryan Thompson, the yacht manager, calling back. Heading up now, his voice crackled. "Keep him there, or might need to call the cops." "This is escalating," Sofia announced to the onlookers, her tone smug. "Ryan's on his way with backup. We'll sort this fraud out." She pivoted back to Leonard, who hadn't budged. His poise irked her, so she ramped it up. "Folks, keep an eye on your belongings," she called out loudly. "We've got an unauthorized presence, better to be cautious." The accusation sparked gasps and whispers. Guests patted their pockets and clutched purses tighter. The vibe turned from awkward to antagonistic. Leonard's expression hardened just a fraction, a glint of steel in his eyes, but his voice stayed even. That's a serious claim, Miss Martinez. Sophia Martinez, lead hostess for Elite Marina Hosts, and I've dealt with enough phonies to recognize one instantly. She crossed her arms, exuding superiority. Whatever hustle you're running, knockoff watches, sob stories, investment scams, this isn't your crowd. Olivia's viewers hit 1,500. Comments mixed outrage and intrigue. Call her out. Plot twist incoming. This lady's career is toast. Leonard reached for his wallet slowly, prompting two guests to edge back. He pulled out a business card. This might clear things up. Sophia swatted it away before he could hand it over. The card sailed over the railing into the dark bay waters. Cute trick. Anyone can fake those on a printer. What's next? A phony license. The clock ticked. 8 minutes left. Leonard watched the card vanish, a faint smirk tugging at his lips, not rage, but irony. His phone vibrated. Caller ID read, Elena, legal. He silenced it. Sir, Sophia said with feigned courtesy, last chance to leave quietly. The back entrance leads to the kitchen, seems fitting for you. The bias was unmistakable. Olivia's comments flooded with fury, but Sophia, intoxicated by her authority, ignored the brewing backlash. Leonard glanced at the timer, then met her gaze. Miss Martinez, you might want to rethink this. But she was unstoppable, reveling in the spotlight. The only rethinking is whether to press charges for trespassing or just blacklist you from every dock in Florida. 7:51 p.m., 9 minutes to the keynote. The elevator dinged, and Ryan Thompson stepped out, flanked by two security officers in crisp uniforms, earpieces buzzing. At 45, Ryan exuded the confidence of someone who'd managed ultra-wealthy clients for 2 decades. Behind him, the guards scanned the scene. Sophia beamed. Ryan, finally. This man's been bothering everyone and won't budge. Ryan assessed the situation, a semicircle of 30 guests, phones aloft. At the center, a poised African-American man in modest clothes, still damp from the water. His serenity didn't match a typical intruder's panic. Sir, Ryan began diplomatically, I'm Ryan Thompson, manager of the Horizon Star. There's apparently a question about your invitation. We'll need ID and your ticket. Olivia adjusted her shot. Viewers at 2,500. Comments. This guy's too chill. Something's off. That hostess is vile. Leonard reached for his wallet again, but Sophia interrupted. He's delaying. I already saw his fake stuff. Just haul him out. Ryan raised a hand, sensing discord. In 20 years, real trespassers were frantic. This man wasn't. Sophia, protocol first. Sir, your identification, please. Leonard's wallet was supple leather, hinting at quality. Inside, Ryan glimpsed elite credit cards, but Sophia interjected. Don't buy it, Ryan. Scammers have all the props nowadays, bought online cheap. Murmurs of assent from the crowd. It fit their narrative. A guard asked, how'd you get to the marina? Got a pass? Yeah, a guest chimed in, emboldened. Docking here costs a fortune, more than most earn monthly. Laughter, nervous, but spreading. What began as profiling normalized into security. Olivia's stream at 3,800. This is wild, folks. Tension skyrocketing. 7:54 p.m., 6 minutes to speech. Sophia swelled with victory. Let's involve the authorities, this has dragged on. Nods from guests, some dialed 911. Should we check the valet area? A woman suggested. Maybe that's where he got the fancy watch. Leonard's eyes flicked to his Rolex. A shadow of sorrow crossed his face at the assumptions. Ryan spotted the watch, too worth 6 figures. But Sophia's story dominated. Likely stolen or counterfeit, she scoffed. Fakes look real these days. The other guard radioed. Dock patrol, possible trespasser on Horizon Star. Backup requested. Leonard's phone buzzed. Marcus, assistant. Declined. Ignoring your partners in crime? Sophia mocked. Too late for them. The timer, 5 minutes. Ryan felt unease, but pressed on. Sir, come with us to the office below. We can resolve this. Hold on, Olivia called out. Shouldn't we hear him out? He hasn't hurt anyone. Sophia spun. Are you serious? He's obviously a fraud. Look at him, does he fit a billionaire gala? The crowd soured further. Just remove him, someone yelled. We paid top dollar for this event, not drama. Yeah, another added. Real deals are happening tonight. Leonard surveyed the faces, affluent, influential people justifying bias. His fists clenched subtly. 7:56 p.m. for minutes. Enough, Sophia declared. Guards, take him now. Force if needed. The guards advanced, hands on gear. Crowd closed in, recording. Olivia's viewers, 6,500. Leonard raised a hand. Gentlemen, let's keep this civil. Civil? Sophia barked. You blew your chance. She grabbed a napkin from a table and tossed it at his feet. Mop up your mess before you go. Call it your exit fee. Calculated degradation. The audience watched, transfixed. But Leonard ignored the napkin, pulling out his phone instead. What's he up to? Ryan asked warily. Calling reinforcements, Sophia dismissed. Won't help. Leonard's thumb hovered over control room. Timer. 3 minutes to Thompson Innovations announcement. For the first time, he smiled cool, knowing. Miss Martinez, time to drop the act. He tapped. Instantly, every screen on the yacht blanked. 7:57 p.m., 3 minutes out. Massive displays flickered off. Music halted. Lights dimmed to essentials. Guests muttered in confusion. The captain's voice over intercom. Ladies and gentlemen, the scheduled address is delayed due to tech issues. Apologies. Sophia's smugness wavered. Odd coincidence, she muttered, then rallied. Probably a power surge. These vessels are finicky. But Ryan paled. No such failure in his career. His radio crackled with bridge panic. Leonard pocketed his phone, drawing all eyes. Mr. Thompson, he said evenly, I own this yacht. Silence descended like a fog. No one stirred. Sophia's laugh was forced. Sure, and I'm the mayor of Miami. Ryan, ignore this nonsense. But Ryan fumbled his tablet, pulling up records. Owner, Leonard Hayes. Vessel, Horizon Star, LLC. Acquired, April 2023. Value, $145 million. The tablet slipped, clanging on deck. Olivia's stream, 10,000 viewers. Comments, no freaking way. She's done. Unreal twist. Impossible, Sophia breathed, doubt creeping in. Leonard withdrew a key fob. Beep the lights, shifted red to blue and back. Proof rippled through the crowd. The Horizon Star is mine, Leonard explained quietly. Bought her at the Fort Lauderdale boat show last year. Ryan retrieved his device, horrified. Sir, I didn't recognize your file. Photos are old, Leonard finished. I keep low-key at my events. Sophia retreated, mind reeling. This can't be some elaborate ruse. You can't miss Martinez, Leonard cut in. Whose foundation do you think is behind tonight's gala? He pointed to the banner. Hayes Foundation Annual Philanthropy Summit. It had been there all night, overlooked. Sophia's eyes bulged as reality hit. Hayes Foundation, she whispered. Ranked 12th in fastest-growing U.S. firms by Forbes, Leonard added casually. $22 billion revenue, 82,000 staff in 42 countries. Guests now searched Leonard Hayes CEO on phones. Covers in Forbes, TED Talks, Businessweek's 2024 Entrepreneur of the Year. Oh Lord, a guest murmured. It's him. Olivia whispered. Folks, this hostess just profiled one of America's top black business leaders on his own yacht, at his own fundraiser. Ryan scanned Sophia's contract, ashen. Sir, from Elite Marina Hosts, our deepest will address protocols soon, Leonard said. First, Miss Martinez's rationale. He faced her. She quivered, the fallout dawning. You pegged me as a thief, poor, liar, threat. Based on what? Sophia stammered. Just following rules. Rules, Leonard echoed. Mr. Thompson, does Elite have a discrimination policy? Ryan whispered. Zero tolerance, instant firing. Silence blanketed the deck, waves lapping softly. Leonard checked the clock. 1 minute. Tonight was for a $90 million pledge to urban education programs. Largest in a decade. Sophia's legs wobbled. She gripped the rail. The speech was moments away. Instead this. My ancestors faced Jim Crow denials, Leonard continued. My parents battled redlining from banks we now partner with. I built an empire from scratch. Yet in 2025, you saw me and echoed those old prejudices. Timer zeroed. Screen stayed dark. Sophia wept, makeup smearing. I'm sorry, so sorry. But Leonard had more. One last detail, Miss Martinez. The crowd leaned in. Our deal with Elite Marina Hosts. $215 million yearly. Ryan's tablet dropped again. Supports 1,500 jobs. Sophia sobbed harder. Potentially ruining so many lives over assumptions. Olivia's viewers, 22,000. The scandal spread online. 8:05 p.m., event halted. Leonard stood firm as Sophia crumbled, guests frozen in shock, phones immortalizing the fall from grace. Olivia's stream hit 28,000. Yacht bias trended. News alerts pinged. Ryan knelt, restarting his device futilely. 2 decades in luxury management, and this. Mr. Thompson, Leonard said softly, stand. Ryan rose, gripping his tablet. Sir, I can't apologize enough later. Now, consequences and fixes. He dismissed the guards, who bolted. From his jacket, Leonard drew dry documents. Miss Martinez, look at me. She lifted her ravaged face. Your contract, Section 5.1, Clause D. No tolerance for bias on race, creed, sex, orientation, or class. Breach means immediate dismissal, no severance. Ryan blanched. Sir, perhaps privately no? Here, with witnesses and cameras. Transparency breeds reform. Back to Sophia. You accused theft publicly, assaulted me with water, used slurs like pal and kitchen jabs, tried false arrest on looks alone. Each point struck like thunder. Sophia's cries intensified. Legal cases abound, Leonard noted. Smith versus Luxury Resorts, 2024, $5.2 million for racial bias. Gonzalez versus Harbor Club, 2023, $3.8 million similar. Olivia, he's laying out the law live. She could owe millions. Ryan scrolled desperately. Our coverage caps at $60 million. But viral fallout, it is viral. Leonard showed his phone. Headlines. Black tycoon profiled on own yacht. Viral CEO shamed at fundraiser. Hayes Foundation chief attacked. Hayes Innovations contracts $215 million with elite yearly. Doc Ops, events, client services in 15 spots. Ryan hyperventilated. Sir, options? Not done. We own 28% of Elite's parent, Coastal Holdings. Bought in 2022 for portfolio diversity. Ryan's tablet crashed down. Not just a Faringa potential empire crumble. Meaning, Leonard calculated, your acts risk company liability, 1,500 jobs, possible SEC violations on toxic environments in traded firms. Guests watched, riveted, tweeting the breakdown. But most troubling, Leonard whispered, this wasn't a slip. You built on bias, escalated when questioned. Saw not a person, but a target powerless to fight back. Sophia stared, catatonic. Now solutions, Mr. Thompson. By 9 a.m. Monday for changes. Ryan typed shakily. 1. Quarterly anti-bias training for frontliners. Outside experts, $2.8 million yearly. Yes. 2. App-based anonymous bias reports. Civil rights oversight, real-time exec alerts. Build, $950,000. Yearly, $500,000. Noted. 3. 45% diverse leadership in 24 months. Exec pay linked to goals. Understood. 4. Sophia's firing, public admission of bias. Not quiet exit, full disclosure as case study. Sophia gasped. You can't incomplete, Leonard said. Plus, Elite funds $6 million scholarships for minority hospitality students via Urban League. Ryan agreed. Lastly, partner with ACLU for sector-wide equity standards. Elite pilots it. Total, $18 million over 3 years. Ryan sweated. Refusal? We pull all contracts $215 million gone. Divest stake hostilely, often 50% layoffs and shakeups. Plus, I know CEOs of 19 elite clients. They'll rethink ties post-incident. Olivia's viewers, 42,000. Comments, corporate takedown masterclass. Bias costs big. Justice ice cold. Sophia silent, crushed by job loss ripple. Mr. Thompson deal? Yes, all terms. Start now. Excellent 59 hours left. To guests, sorry for interruption. Bar open, dinner soon. Education pledge rescheduled. As crowd dispersed, Leonard approached Sophia. Miss Martinez, learn from this. She whispered, sorry. I know, but words aren't enough. Actions are. He left her to the ruins, the stream ensuring eternal memory. 72 hours later, Monday, 8:45 a.m., Elite Marina Hosts HQ hummed with frenzy. Ryan stood amid papers, lawyers, stale coffee. Weekend, nonstop calls, audits, PR drills. Olivia's video, 2.8 million views. Yacht bias, 950,000 posts. Networks covered, Business Insider prepped, bias billions lost. Ryan's phone, Hayes team in 15. A roundtable, HR chief Laura Chun, Ops director Carlos Ruiz, emergency diversity expert Dr. Rebecca Johnson, hired at premium. Updates. Laura, Sophia fired Sunday. Escorted out, gear seized. Legal docs done. Public statement online at dawn. Press to industry mags. Owning the bias, unveiling reforms. Carlos projected, bias training deals inked. Inside Advisors starts Wednesday. All 3,200 client-facing staff trained in 120 days. Dr. Johnson, your diversity stats? Dismal 4% Black managers, 8% Latino, 2% Asian. Below norms. Ryan grimaced. App dev underway, Carlos said. Beta Tuesday, live Friday. Monitors, Human Rights Campaign, ACLU. Laura, $6 million fund set with Urban League. First awards next quarter. Phone, Hayes arriving. Minutes later, Leonard entered with lawyers and a sharp-suited woman. Mr. Thompson, meet Alicia Rivera, my COO, and counsel. Ryan, thank you for coming. All implemented. Prove it. Hour-long review, Leonard probed ops savvy. Training includes profiling modules. Using Saturday as example, Dr. Johnson said. Your permission? Ryan, transparency key. Granted. Alicia, 45% diversity, ambitious most take years. We're motivated, Ryan said. Near-lost top client spurs urgency. Lawyers-eyed app. External vital for trust. Yes, Laura. Reports to outsiders. Execs get summaries. Post-review. Leonard. Solid plan. But delivery counts. One more. 3 rivals launched similar programs post-Saturday. Sparking sector shift. Ryan mixed emotions. Crisis drives reform. Proposal. Hayes partners elite on industry inclusion framework. Ryan stunned. Expand ties. Bias isn't elite only. Saturday showed good folks harbor prejudices. Alicia, $30 million for standards. Elite pilots, but transforms luxury services. Condition, Sophia. Ryan tensed. She needs rehab, not ruin. Fund her 6-month bias therapy, education. Success? Positive reference. Help your assailant? Leonard. Crushing her doesn't erase mindsets. Changing her prevents repeats. Dr. Johnson. Restorative plus systemic real impact. Plus, she features in training vids. Her tale educates. Ryan saw Leonard's genius. Accepted. When start. Already have. Crises managed well boost value. Elite stock up 15% since Saturday. Ryan jaw dropped. ESG funds love swift diversity pushes. Inclusive firms gain 18 to 25% stock over years. Crisis aiding market? Handled right, yes. Sustained post-spotlight? 6 months, another gala. Same yacht. Your handling decides partnership. Won't fail, sir. I trust not. Now you grasp discrimination's true price. 3 months on, luxury marine monthly cover. Elite's revival. Crisis to pioneer. Details, no complaints. 28% diverse clients up. 19 firms adopt standards. Sophia finished rehab, now trains hospitality pros. Videos, 600,000 views. Industry evolves. Elite benchmarks inclusion in premium services. Leonard's quiet push remade a field. 6 months later, June 10th, 2026, Horizon Star sailed Biscayne Bay under starry skies, decks aglow. Gala symbolized renewal dignity, forging change. Leonard at bow, gazing at Miami lights. Same subtle style. Behind, 350 guests mingled diverse. Black moguls, Latino innovators, Asian pioneers amid old guard. Ryan approached, steadier. Mr. Hayes, ready for address. Team morale? Ryan grinned. Hi, sir. No issues fleet-wide. Staff embraces training. Sophia? Top rehab grad. Keynotes at Hospitality Expo on bias next month. Leonard? Change, not vengeance. Olivia prepped stream. Followers at 3.2 million post-viral hit. Back on Horizon Star for Triumph Night. Guests. 19 firm CEOs adopting standards. School heads from urban programs funded. Rights leaders in inclusion push. Dr. Johnson, now industry inclusion chief, navigated crowd her role birthed anti-bias profession in luxury. 8 p.m., Leonard on stage. Quiet fell. 6 months back, here, I faced judgment. Black successes endure, too often not on merit, but prejudice roots. Weighty silence. Many viewed the clip, His words resonated. Choice. Ruin lives. Firms for vengeance. No transformation. Gesture to Ryan's diverse team. Elite didn't tweak, revolutionized sector. Now, marine hospitality leads U.S. luxury inclusion. Cheers thundered. But firm change insufficient. Systemic. Maritime Inclusion Initiative certified 412 firms. Bias reports down 78% sector-wide. Staggering shift from one outburst. Hayes Fellowship. Scholarships to 1,500 minority hospitality aspirants. Ensures no repeats. Olivia's viewers, 72,000. Comments. Change blueprint. Humiliation to uplift. Leadership pure. Tonight, Hayes announces $180 million over 6 years for Institute for Equity and Opportunity. Gasps. Not mere aid, institutional reform funding. Institute researches corporate bias, crafts fixes, aids bias victims lacking means. My forebears denied basics. I rose yet faced it. Ensures next gen inherits justice. Applause roared, genuine. The assailant learned. Appearance assumptions wreck systems. Sophia trains thousands yearly. Her arc, potent tool. This, change via hearts, minds, structures. To viewers, face service bias? Speak up. Demand. Back inclusive spots. To execs, diversity moral and profitable outperform by 38%. To youth of color, success no shield, but weapon. Transform systems. Final. Alter so others avoid your trials. Dignity to justice. Cheers filled air. Olivia, 21st century revolution-wise power reshaping treatment. Night celebrated, but win sealed. 6 months turned bias to equity, remaking industries. What do you think about injustice and discrimination in everyday life? Share your thoughts in the comments below, especially your stance on how we can combat these issues. Express your views. Let's discuss.